Alright guys, so we're gonna close out from the first video. If you missed it, I would advise you to go back and listen to the first part so that you can understand why we're actually doing this video, because it's tied into that. So we're gonna close in literally a few minutes. I just want to conclude it. Let's go back to John 15 where we're reading. Let's do John 15 verse 21. Let's go back to 21. Let's do 21 through 27. Then we'll jump into the treasures and hidden places. So verse 21, starting at 21 again, says, they will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. Right? So if I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. Now, however, they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father as well. See, it's tying back into what we just were talking about in the first video, right? So if I had not done among them what no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have seen these miracles. Somebody say these miracles, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. So that goes to show you the spirit that's inside of them. That goes to show you their Father, right? It's going back to what we were talking about before, by their light, right? Even Jesus said, we talked about a lot before, by their fruit you will know them. So, but this is to fulfill what is written in their law. And this is in Psalms 35 verse 19, also Psalm 69 verse 4, the scripture, they hated me without reason. So 26 through 27, when the counselor comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. Somebody say testify. Excuse me. And you also must testify, for you have been with me from the beginning. So that's going to conclude the by their light. Let me guys know. Let me know what you guys got out of that video, the by their light. What stood out to you? Which point stood out to you? Also, treasures and hidden places. I'm just going to read that really quick, the scripture verses, and release what I hear like the Lord is telling me to say for that. I need to read this. Hold on, this for me personally. I need to read this scripture. I'm read it tomorrow morning, my private time. Go with me to Isaiah verse 40. Rakera, it's time to go to bed. Let's do this word first. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 3. You guys can go with me there, or you can make a note if you want to. Isaiah 45 verse 3 says, I will give you the treasures of darkness, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. And guys, I always tell you guys, be like the Bereans in the book of Acts. Make sure you know what the word says for yourself. Read things in their full context so that you can understand what's going on. Isaiah 45 is referencing Cyrus. It's referencing Cyrus, King Cyrus. But these are the scriptures he gave me for tonight for this particular part of the video. Treasures and hidden places. Isaiah 45 verse 3. Also 2 Corinthians 4, 7 through 9. And I want to read this again for you. And I want you to be encouraged and know that God has treasures deep inside of you. There are certain seasons and certain things in your life that you will go through that's going to unlock certain treasure for you. It's going to unlock certain aha light bulb moments for you. It's going to open up certain doors for you. It's going to unlock certain levels for you, not just in your life, but in your walk with God, in your life with God. That is going to encourage and be a blessing to others. Not only will that treasure inside of you change and transform and bless your life, but it will change and transform and bless the lives of others. So, you know, when you're going through all these different things, just like Peter says, count it not strange. And we talked about this the other day in reference to scripture before, but he was talking about count it not strange when you're facing these fiery trials and you're going through all these things. It's building up something. Right? And I'm going to try to write that down. Let me write that down so I can also put that up underneath this video, so you can actually go in your private time and read that and be encouraged by that if that part stood out to you. So we're going to read, guys, and then close. But God has treasures in hidden places. God has storehouses